Hello there, I am Luke. I am the lead engineer at Tax CSA, and I'm here to introduce you to ExemptionIQ, which is our exemption certificate management solution. ExemptionIQ is built to streamline compliance workflows, and it's a centralized platform which transforms your certificate and customer data, which is sourced from CertCapture and ECM, into actionable insights. It eliminates the need for complex search and filter configurations, and it allows compliance professionals to be able to effectively monitor key metrics. We leverage passwordless login, Google reCAPTCHA, and limited lifespan sign-in sessions to enhance your security. So let's take a look at the platform and see what we have. Let's take a quick look at the ExemptionIQ dashboard. In the report section, you'll find your top 3 reports: customers missing certificates, valid versus invalid, and expired or expiring certificates. All of these reports support sorting and can be exported into an Excel file for external use. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the functionality of these reports in a later video. Continuing down, we see our calendar management section where we can see daily, weekly, and monthly metrics on completed and invalid certificates, and clicking on a given day will give you a breakdown of more detailed information about those certificates and customers in a, again, exportable format. And down a little bit further, we dive into our customer management section where we can see customers with incomplete addresses and also a history of name changes for those given customers. That's our quick overview. And next we'll take a closer look into the reporting tools. In the report section of your dashboard, the first chart that you'll see is the customers missing certificates. This report highlights all customers that are missing certificates in a given state. You can sort this data by volume or by state, whatever your preference is. Selecting a state will open up the ExemptionIQ exposure calculator, where you can enter an estimated total for gross sales over the last 4 years. And based on that input, we calculate your tax liability for missing certificates, giving you a powerful visibility into your risk exposure with a real dollar amount. Next up in the reports, you have your valid and invalid certificates. This visually breaks down your entire certificate library, showing you how many certificates are currently valid versus invalid. You can sort this by state again or by volume, and you can also see real numbers versus percentages. Both the missing certificates and valid certificates are downloadable into an Excel file for external use. And lastly, we're going to talk about the expired certificates report here. This section shows the number of certificates that have expired or will expire in the given month based on a preset date range or a custom date range. We've also included an action button here for launching a certificate renewal campaign directly from this screen, targeting all customers with expired certificates in that range. And we'll go over that more thoroughly in a later video. Next up, we can take a look at the calendar management tool. The calendar section delivers the day-to-day visibility that you've been missing. It shows you exactly which certificates have been marked completed or validated across a day, a week, a month, and you can even see campaign insight events or important activity markers planned out by the Tax CSA team. So if you've ever wondered why specific certificates are being marked invalid or how to improve this process, this is where you can get those questions answered. Clicking on a day will display all certificates completed on that date, along with detailed insights into why a certificate was marked invalid and which customer it's tied to. So as you can see here, you're able to quickly identify why something was marked invalid to help you better address the situation. You can also generate targeted reports here, such as a change report that highlights certificates that shifted from invalid to valid over a selected date range, or run an invalid certificate campaign to address issues based on specific timeframes. This is your solution to having a proactive certificate management tool. And next up, we're going to take a look at the customer management section. The customer management section includes two key reports: the customers with missing or incomplete addresses and customers with a history of name changes. The customers with incomplete addresses quickly highlights any customers with incomplete or missing addresses, and you can easily export this report for external use and even view historical address data for each customer, making it simple to track what changed and when. The customers with name changes report provides a comprehensive view of all customers who had their name changed or updated in the system, and it clearly shows both the previous and the current names, helping you maintain accurate records and audit trails. It's all about giving you visibility into what you need to manage your customer data with confidence. Next, we're going to take a deeper dive into the state-specific reporting. So from the dashboard, if you select any state on the valid or invalid report or the expired certificates report, it will direct you to that state-specific report. You can also get there by selecting a state in the customer's missing certificates report and then select the customer's missing certificates link here. So we're going to be taking a look at Massachusetts real quick for this customer. And we can see at the top we have the total certificates, the total valid, invalid, expired, and missing certificates, along with the option to download all reports and into an Excel file externally. If you prefer just to download a specific report, you can download those reports individually here. All three of these reports here are expandable to be able to see additional information. So we're going to take a look at the expired certificate section. And on here, you can see each row shows important customer details, including a preview image of the certificate by clicking the certificate ID here. Additionally, you can see this little blue truck icon. This indicates whether or not it's a ship to state for that customer, allowing you to quickly identify high priority exposure zones. From here, you can select customers individually, or you can select all and run a campaign for this state specific. It's an intuitive way to take focused action on your certificate data. Now we're going to explore the group request campaign feature. You can launch a campaign in several ways, some of which would be from the calendar to run that invalid campaign, or from the expired reports table on your dashboard for a global expired campaign. But you can also run them here for state specifics, and to do that, you can select the customers individually or select all and then click the review request button. The campaign window that comes up displays all customers that match your selected criteria, and each row includes key customer details and shows that little blue truck icon indicating that ship to state. If you do notice that a customer is highlighted in blue for the row, that also indicates that not only is it a ship to state, but also no requests have been made, so it should be a higher priority customer to reach out to. You can fine-tune selections, deselecting a zone for a specific customer, which also gives you the indication that there's no zones left for that customer, so you might as well remove those customers. You can globally remove zones if you choose. And you can also remove customers by customer numbers in bulk. Additionally, you can set global return dates, you can set global exemption reasons, and global cover letters. If you need to fine-tune this and change these to be more specific per customer, you can do that as well. Once you have everything configured to your liking, you can click the Send All Requests button at the bottom, and each request will send one at a time with real-time confirmation as they go out over here in the status field. It's an efficient, flexible way to manage your certificate outreach at scale. We're going to take a look at the ExemptionIQ Knowledge Center. Here we have a collection of example certificates based on state and exemption reason. You're able to sort that list by state. You can exclude or view specific exemption reasons, and you can also indicate whether you want to see single jurisdictional or multi-jurisdictional certificates. Selecting the form that you want to preview gives you a preview image with highlighted fields indicating which are required, along with descriptions of what should be going into each one of those fields. Additionally, we have that form's more specific data, the form number, exemption reason, the effective date, which is when the form was published, and then the last time it was updated in our system here. Lastly, we do have a link that links to the official site where the form is pulled from if you do want to read a little bit more into that specific certificate. This is a tool for registered tax CSA members to just have a little bit more insight and knowledge into the exemption certificate pipeline.